Virginia. We finally made it. This is my partner in crime today. She's going to give her first swing of the coil. Carrying her own meter, her own shovel, her own pouch. What do you think, Jenna? About killed you walking in here? You going to be alright now? What a beautiful sight, right? What's this called? Chimney sight. Chimney sight. Say it.
Chimney sight.
Yeah. We haven't seen no critters though, have we? Alright. Give you a panorama. We're standing at the chimney looking west. I'm not going to tell you the ridge. It's all woods. I told you the story before. Pretty much from about a half mile back all the way to the ridge. All the way to the right. There's ore pits dug everywhere. Hand dug ore pits. There's a couple right off to the right. You can't see them from here, but this house was supposed. My interpretation is this house, this chimney, was here for the ore pits. What is weird is there's no information on the history of this place. Nobody knows anything about it. Nobody knows anything about the ore pits. So we're on private land, but we're up in the mountains. And my task, what I've been tasked myself to do, is try to figure out how old this building is. I got some stuff which I thought is around 1789, but I think what's going on is this original structure is 1789 to about right here where this rock line's at, where these rocks are at. I think that was the original structure from here over. Then I think somewhere along the line, probably because of lumbering on this mountain, I think they dug another house or added on another house, took what was here and added on pretty much where this outline of these trees are that I got spread out. There's good iron hits all through here. So I think in reality this was a second structure added on late 1800s. That's my interpretation. Now what I got to find is the evidence to prove it. I got some early 1800s, late 1700s stuff by the chimney. Just about 1889, some stuff over here, up to about 1920 on this side. This place has been a little bit of everything, but nobody knows anything about this house and these ore pits. So I kind of made it a task myself to keep coming up here until I figure out what's going on. But my theory is, original house to these rock line, this was an add-on somewhere right in here, and that's it. Been looking for wildlife, seen some scat coming up the trail. I'm not sure if it was coyote or bobcat. The bobcat I seen last year was right there on that ridge over there. That was in March, but it was cold as dickens and snowing that day. He was up on the ridge. The deer usually run that ridge line right there and then dive off. There's a gap down at the bottom and a good flowing creek. And the wildlife usually run right there in front of me across that ridge line, up that ridge, and then either down and over or off to the right or down to the left. They kind of use that as a crossbow. So we'll probably see some deer or something in here before we leave today. Jenna needs to rest a little bit, and then she's going to be swinging the AT Pro. I put the stock coil on today for her and shortened the shaft. And I got my MXT and I threw on the SCF 10x12 butterfly. Huh? Indian head fatty. First Indian head for a while. Check this out, guys. I don't know how well you're going to be able to make this out. I'll try to get in the sun. There's the 1 cent. Pretty decent. Look how fat that sucker is. I knew as soon as I picked it up it was a fatty. And then flip it over the reverse. I got to clean it some more, but I had to use a stick right before I left the truck. Right before I left the truck, I took my toothpicks out, so I used a stick. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's the top of the Indian head. The date's right here. Looks to be, to me, 1863 with my bad eyes. I'm so happy as can be. This is where I thought, hang on a minute, I'll loosen up. Right here, you don't see much, but these couple old trees down here behind Jenna. And then there's a couple other, when you get up in here, there's some really old trees up in here. This is some old hardwoods. And I remember as a kid I used to come up here. We used to camp up here. And I remember coming to this spot where there was a spring house. Well, this, I believe, is the spring to the chimney. In relationship, the chimney is straight over that way. You can see the tan structure over there. We got out of there for right now. Jenna's trying to learn, so I'm trying to get a little bit cleaner. Literally where that house is at is nothing but screaming iron signals all through it. So what I've been doing is trying to discriminate out a little bit and trying to cherry pick, but it's just no way to teach her like that. With, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like sheet metal tin and iron scraps, deep iron. There's some good stuff in there, I know, but it's got to be cleaned out. I need a couple good friends to come up here that know how to hunt. We'll come in and clean the iron out. And I guarantee there's a ton. We got a big piece of powder. I didn't need to dig deep, but I came up here looking for the spring. To make a long story short, right here on the left, I hadn't swung 2 minutes. Got here on the left, about 1.5 inches deep, almost laying right on top was the fatty. And it's drying out pretty good. It ought to clean up pretty decent. Jenna read it. It's got the shield, 1 cent, fatty. It's been a long while since I got a fatty Indian. 1863. That's kind of confirming what I thought this date of this place was. I still think the original structure was 1789 and the add-on was Civil War period. It correlates, I can't tell you what else, because back in the main body where we parked, it correlates to a structure that was there, and that's the beginning when it was there. My guts tell me this was possibly a Civil War era iron ore pit, either for Elizabeth Furnace or going into Richmond to Truder Steel. That's my gut feel. Elizabeth Furnace is probably about 40 miles from here, and that's some of the best Confederate iron that came out during the Civil War. These pits in here are dug exactly like they were at Elizabeth Furnace, and that's why I got that feeling. I haven't seen them too often. These hand dug pits, they're shallow, they hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss, but they're all over these woods. And my gut's telling me this is Civil War era, and it might even be ored out during the Civil War. But this 63 Indian head makes my day, guys. Alright, light's a little bad. It'll clean up later. I might have cleaned a little bit too much in the center trying to rake it. I left my toothpicks back there, but 1863 fatty. Alright, man, see y'all. Guys, we're going to do a live dig. Jenna got a 75 signal right here. We dug down about 3 inches. Somewhere, yeah, she's got a hit right there. It's going to be her first target of the day, first decent target. It's in her hand. I think it's going to be another fatty, my guess. Let's see what happens. I hope that wasn't it. Put your probe over. Get that out of the way. Right there. Ooh, guess what you got? Guess what we're into, Jen? Guess what do you think that is? Let me hear you.
A bullet? I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably a bullet. We're into Civil War stuff. Alright, let's clean it up. Drop that dirt. Come over here. Told you we're going to find Civil War stuff. Here's a brush. Brush it off, see if you got any rings. Or if it's a round ball. It's one of the two. That's a little high for a bullet. Usually bullets for me 62 range, 60, 62. That one was reading about 75. Good solid 75. Of course this ground's different than up home, so. What are you getting? Keep brushing. Brush around the other end. Let's see what you got. See your brush. It'll be hard to tell. It was a bullet. And it's going to be almost impossible to tell what kind of a bullet. It's ground fired. I figure that was probably a 3-ringer. Or a round ball. That could have been a round ball. Could have been a pistol shot. It's not a lead blob. That's a bullet, but it's pretty hard to impact. We're still at the spring though. Found the coin over there. We found this here. That's a good target. We'll keep digging. This is good promise here. Later. Fatty was at. Came back over. Got another signal. And what do you think we got, Jenna? I think we got another fatty. What about you? Look fat? It's a fatty. Get a stick and rub it down. You use that, just kind of 2 inches of, probably about 4 inches. It's not like that other one. It's got a big old shield. This might be a, oh, this is a 5-cent piece, man. 3-cent piece. What is that? How cool is that? $5-cent piece, man. How dig dog, man. I don't think I've ever dug one of those. Alright, Jenna, the date. Right there's the date. Right there, right there on top of my thumb. I don't know enough about the pennies. Or the nickels, I'm sorry. It's a shield nickel, I guess that's what that is. Can you read it?
I don't think that's the date.
It is the date. What is it?
5 cent.
No, below it, at the very bottom. It'd be fine print right there at the bottom.
It's just letters.
Let me see it. No, right there's the date.
Not the date.
The date's right over here. Oh, it is letters. What does it say?
Eagle, probably.
I'm not sure where the date is on a 5-cent piece. This is probably my first one. I think I dug one other one about 10 years ago. Might be on the reverse. Freaking shield. I guess that's a shield nickel. I have to get home and look that one up, guys. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where the date is on the shield nickel. It might be on the front or the back. Probably gonna be on the front. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a shield. There's the 5-cent. Hold on, let me do this. See the stars. I'm not sure where the date is, guys. I'll have to read that one later, but it's a shield nickel. Can you see it? Let's see if we got another signal here, Jenna. Man, that makes for a great day. That's probably either the first or second shield nickel I've ever dug. Is that cool, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see a date? I'm not sure where the date is. It's either on
68.
Huh? 68?
1868.
1868 below the shield?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be. Let me see.
Right, I see 68, so I think it's 1868.
Man, your eyes, yeah, man, that's a small date. You are. Another live dig. Got a decent signal right here. The coins are over there by the bottles, just to the left of the tree. But we got a decent, another bullet signal, but it went down to like, what is that? Is that it? Nope. It's in there. That's it. It's gonna be lead. I can tell by the weight of it. It's cut lead, or a piece of melted lead. Looks like it's been cut. Man, you know what that looks like? It's cut. It's been, I'm not sure what it was. Probably a piece of melted lead. It's been cut. Campfire. It's got a dark patina bit underneath. You can, I don't know if you can tell or not. See right there, it's got the white patina. It's real heavy. It's definitely lead. So we got a piece of lead blob. but it's been cut. You can tell right there where it blobbed out in a campfire and some kind of mold. Alright, keep digging, Jen? Alright. Get some quick. We just dug a little pistol shot. It had a sprue on it. You see the sprue up there. Seam. Looks like a pistol ball, probably like a little, might have been a buck ball, some type. It had a seam, a sprue. Not much, good weight to it. Piece of lead, not far from where we found that last piece of lead. Nothing major. We'll move on later. And it's green as could be. Bring it over here, Jim. What we got? Stinking Lincoln.
It's newer.
It's a stinking Lincoln. Man, what a barn burner. Right in the midst of this 1800s, V nickel, Indian head, lead shot, and a stinking Lincoln. That's a barn burner, but that's the way it works out in the bay. Good big signals and bad signals. Here you go, drop it in the pouch. We'll put that in your piggy bank. We're heading out of here soon. It's about 4:30. We got in here late. Jenna's got ball practice tonight, so. Jenna, what do you think? Did you have fun? We come back again? Go to the mill site next time. It's down along the road. You don't have to hike into that one. Remember when I showed you when we came in? Alright. So for today I got, what we got? Indian head, 63. We think, what was the date on the shield nickel? 1886 we think. We'll take a look at it closer later. I'll get some close-ups of it. I apologize guys, I'm no coin guy by far. I'm usually Civil War relics, and back in the day, 97 and so, I used to dig coins, but it's been a long time since I dug too many coins. So the Indian head and the shield nickel make my day. We've got a couple pieces of lead blobs, a little piece of carved lead. I think one's a pistol ball shot with a sprue, and the other one, I'm not sure. It's probably a bigger round ball got shot. The one was camp lead carved on a little bit, and I've seen some signs, deer up here. There's deer droppings right behind me. And it's like I said, it's either a small bear or a coyote or bobcat droppings down on the trail down there. I didn't see hair in it, so I'm kind of leaning more to probably a bear. And it wasn't that big of a bear, but it was a bear. It was some kind of wildlife. We haven't seen any deer. I thought for sure we see deer. I've seen signs of deer, but haven't seen any deer. We'll probably see some walking out. It's getting towards the sunset. So, all right, this is all from Virginia. You all have a great day, and happy hunting.